Your first official look at characters from Empire's End.
What it's like to hang out on the Death Star.
And we find out what a co-producer actually does. I think it's mostly like cashing checks.
This week on the Star Wars Show, Andy sits down with the co-producer of Rogue One, John Suorz. Another episode of Pablo Idalgo's Rogue Reports, and much, much more. Now, from the Lucasfilm headquarters, it's the Star Wars Show.
You know, normally we're not allowed to goof around like this on camera.
But given what happened this week, it's now totally relevant.
Let's find out why in the news.
Nope, mine.
Young Han Solo director Chris Miller tweeted out a picture that said a whole lot without really saying anything at all.
The tweet simply said Han first shot and revealed the codename Red Cup, which the project is being shot under. The untitled Young Han Solo movie will be released in 2018.
You know, there were like 9 layers of pun in that tweet, and I loved it.
So good.
Barnes & Noble will be offering 2 official posters for the upcoming novel Empire's End.
The first features Nora Wexley standing with the New Republic and flying to victory, whereas the other depicts Grand Admiral Ray Sloane standing with the Empire.
Both posters will be available exclusively at Barnes & Noble, and the book written by Chuck Wendig will be available in stores February 21st.
And while we're on the subject of books, 2 new titles were announced that dive deeper into the backstories of the characters from Rogue One.
Rebel Rising follows Jyn Erso during her time with Saw Gerrera and how it shaped her into the woman we saw on screen.
Guardians of the Whills tells the story of Chirrut Baze during the Empire's takeover of Jedha and the arrival of Saw Gerrera.
Both books are available for pre-order right now, and I need everybody to go and pre-order these books because I need 15 books about Chirrut Baze. I need a gigantic series about the adventures of Chirrut Baze. Everybody pre-order these books.
Finally, last week we started our ongoing series Rogue Reports that follows the Lucasfilm Story Group's Pablo Hidalgo's adventures on the set of Rogue One.
This week, he's showing off what it took to recreate sets that haven't been seen on film in nearly 40 years. There is no Chirrut Baze in this one, though.
I am about to enter the bridge of a Star Destroyer set, and it's pretty amazing. I'm wearing these ridiculous blue shoes, but you have to. It's Imperial protocol, because what you don't want to do is scuff up the bridge of an Imperial Star Destroyer.
Apology accepted, Captain.
I'm being joined here by Doug Chang. Doug, this is a very intimidating set. You cannot help but be aware of how precarious we are right now.
In terms of no handrails.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, no, you know, that's the funny thing is that's one of the iconic things that George wanted to establish in the Star Wars vocabulary. There's no health and safety. And it's this crazy thing where the minute you take away handrails or anything like that, it really kind of puts it into the Star Wars world. Every time I come on here, I get goosebumps because everything is so graphic, everything is so memorable. And, you know, it's been, about 30, 40 years, and it still works today in the modern audience.
People who may not know, the behind the scenes of, say, The Empire Strikes Back, there wasn't this much built. They only built really one side of it, right?
Yeah, exactly, and not even the ceiling.
Yeah.
That was a Ralph McQuarrie matte painting. Gareth, as a filmmaker, likes to really play with the camera and kind of discover his shots. And we want to give him a rich enough and a big enough playground so that he could actually do that.
I'm here with Alex Bailey, and we're standing in one of the iconic recreation sets that has been constructed for this movie.
Yeah, this is what we call a legacy set. This is the Death Star control room.
Now, it's my understanding that this set got kind of a blessing from the best possible source.
It did. We had a visit from George Lucas. He saw it in an unfinished state, but still, it kind of sparked off a few anecdotes for him, really.
So this is if you're an evil person looking to control the universe, this is quite a heck of a view here.
This is where you'd fire your super laser from. We built a LED display right across the whole screen, and then we had our motion graphics guys come up with all the graphics which tell the story points, and there was no visual effects involved.
So we're in position, ready? Fire! Commence primary ignition.
The captain says you are a friend. I will not kill you.
All right, guys, this week we are joined on the couch by co-producer of Star Wars The Force Awakens and Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, John Suorz. How's it going?
It's going very well. Thank you for having me.
What exactly does a co-producer do?
It's incredibly complicated to explain, and that's what makes it so much fun. One of the things I love about my job is that as a producer, you are kind of dropped into the middle of a lot of the business side of it, a lot of the creative side. Every day at work is completely different. It takes a different skill set and different problems every day on every movie, which is, I love it.
Things have probably slowed down quite a bit for you since December, huh?
Yeah, it's been a little bit bizarre. We were running full tilt on Rogue for so long, and then suddenly it was movies out. And
how does it change for you as somebody who worked, obviously, so incredibly closely on all of these little details and different shots. To watch the film with fans.
It's great. I can kind of disappear into that crowd and just sit there and enjoy it with them, which is so much fun. One of the things I love about my job is that so many people that are working on the movie and every part of the process are fans.
Right.
And they all want it to be so good, that they work so hard and they never stop working hard all the way through. And it's really amazing to be a part of that, where everyone that is a part of it so desperately wants it to be everything the fans want it to be. And that makes, all of these experiences so special.
What was it like traveling around the world for Rogue One? I mean, there were so many beautiful locations. Obviously you were in Pinewood in London, but where else did you have to go?
We started production in Jordan. I think we had about 8 days there, including our travel, and then we went off to London, and we were already starting some of our Imperial scenes and jumping back and forth between our Scarif exterior scenes that we were doing there as well. And we did a little bit in Iceland for the homestead and the prologue, and then we went to the Maldives at the very end of the shoot, which was absolutely amazing.
You end up in paradise.
We ended up in paradise.
After being in Iceland.
Yes, but it was Gareth's wish to go to all these real places to set the tone for the movie, to make it feel real. Mm-hmm. And we had a lot of set builds too. We were at Pinewood a lot, but to do all these establishing moments in these great, epic, real locations makes it feel like a real story that's happening in real places, which I think was really smart.
Do you have any favorite days from set?
I loved being a part of some of the X-Wing cockpit work, because everybody who got in that cockpit didn't want to get out. Our first day with Darth Vader on set was amazing. Everybody kind of like takes a deep breath when he walks on set, and it's really intimidating to see Darth Vader stroll on the set. That was great. And every actor's first day on set was so much fun because of how excited each of the actors were to be a part of this process. Made those days really special.
Tell me about your cameo.
So I'm the rebel sentry in the bucket on Yavin.
No way!
He was clocking the ships as they come in, and
that's so cool.
And then I have a voice cameo too.
That's awesome. Are you a stormtrooper?
I'm the stormtrooper in the courtyard when K2 and Cassian and Jin run in. They said, "Where are you taking these prisoners?" That's me.
That's one of the best parts of the whole movie.
They didn't have any other Americans to record it in the UK, so I did temp recording for the stormtrooper. And then
it stuck?
And it stuck, and I'm still in the movie.
Awesome, that was super fun. Thank you so much for coming by and talking Rogue. It's always a good time.
Absolutely.
More Star Wars show, just a second.
What's up, I'm Taylor Gray. I play Ezra Bridger. I'm easily distracted. What's up, I play... Oh my god. What's up, I'm Taylor Gray. I voice Ezra Bridger on Star Wars Rebels, and you're watching the Star Wars show. And you are gonna need an updated version of this. Need some scissors.
Well, that's our show this week.
Oh.
Right into your toes.
Looks like Cheese is getting hyped for the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, for real. And with the announcement of the start of shooting of the untitled Han Solo movie, we thought it would be a perfect opportunity to see your solo.
Phrasing. It could be a Han Solo collection, fan art, or cosplay. Anything Han, we want to see it. Send it to us using the hashtag #ShowUsYourSolo, and we'll feature our favorites here next week.
Family show. And as always, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, download the app, and always be reading StarWars.com.
Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you. That's just like a quarter of the stuff he has on his desk, by the way.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
He's a huge fan.
Yeah.